One woman sent me today from Israel an email that she already became Shomer Shabbat from the lectures, but her husband is a tough cookie, stubborn. He said to her, when the children would grow up, I will become Shomer Shabbat. Meaning, he doesn't deny, but he thinks he's going to be around forever. He never heard of ISIS yet, that they're already in Gaza, and some of them already inside Tel Aviv, inside Israel. What do you think? Who is ISIS? Arabs from all over the world. Israel has 1.5 million Arabs. It's enough 1% of them is ISIS, you're done. 1% inside Israel. What are you going to do? So she said that her husband putting the television on Shabbat full volume. And she was trying to do Kiddush, she's trying to keep Shabbat. Not easy. What do you suggest I should do? So I wrote back to her, you have two options. One option is to just go to the room and do Shabbat quietly. Take a few books, make yourself Kiddush. No, what can you do? And pray to Hashem that He open up the brain of your genius husband. The other option is that you demonstrate against him in a living room. You begin to put a drama show. Crying, Moshe, I'm going to kill myself, you know. Imagine you want to buy a Gucci bag. How you cry to your stingy husband. I can't have it anymore. One time you never bought me anything. One flower from Costco you don't buy me. 50% off. And she cries and says, okay, relax. Okay, what do you want? Huh? When someone dies, not only are you allowed to cry on Shabbat, you're allowed to pull your hair off on Shabbat when someone is dying. So, no, don't pull the hair off. So what happened? I told her, let me ask you a question. I write to her an email. I say, if you're afraid to do it, what would happen if your husband was about to take a baby in your house, take his head and drown him in a jacuzzi, and you're standing right there and he's about to do it? Would you stand over there and say, Moshe, I want it on record that I am protesting against your evil act? No. What would you do? Help! 911, screaming, breaking things, fighting with him. He gives you one punch, you give him two back. You scream. That's what you have to do. When he realizes you mean serious business here, next time before he turned the television off, his hand would shake. His wife would pull a gun. Make a show, scream, cry. Because what he's about to do is actually according to the Torah, and I did not write the Torah in case you forgot. It says that to be mechalel Shabbat is a bigger crime than to murder, and with a bigger punishment, with much bigger restrictions against you. And the soul gets cut out of the next world, the world of eternity, for breaking Shabbat. And a Jew that breaks Shabbat loses his Jewish status, becomes 100% a goy. That's what the law, the Jewish book of law. Mechalel Shabbat areu kegoy lechol davar. If I have to live in this world to scream it another million times until every Jew in this world would finally understand what they already forgot 50 years ago, let it be. Until everyone would know it. No matter how much they hate to hear it, you shove it in their face like this. You're not going to run away from the truth. Better you hate me now and scream, but keep Shabbat, then you lose your eternity and then you hate me forever. Now you hate me for an hour, then you hate me forever. Why I did not stop you? Someone has to do the dirty job. Someone has to do the dirty job. Nobody enjoys to do the dirty job. Someone has to do it, no? And that's the truth. And it's written by the Rambam a few times, it's written in Shulchan Aruch, it's written in the Zohar, it's written in the Torah, it's written in the Gemara a few times. Basically, case closed. Nobody can argue. Everyone who argues that is not 100% an honest person. It's not honest. It's written. What are you arguing? Some things are not clearly written. Some claim, some disagree. Fine. Here, black on white. No argument. Every one of the giant poskim, Mechalel Shabbat cannot be a part of the minyan. You have 9 plus him. You know, I tell you, I gave a lecture last week in one house here in Brooklyn on Thursday. The woman over there, the owner of the house, she became religious from the films that we made. We made Hebrew films that are making a revolution now, Baruch Hashem. She became religious. She invited me to speak in her house. She brought a lot of people. And by the time the lecture finished, I talked to people. People leave. We stayed over there, exactly 10 people. But 2 of them were not Shomer Shabbat. Not only that, if you listen to the lecture, you're going to hear one of them constantly speaking and even making fun. Knowing Shabbat is holy. Heard already what Shabbat is, and it doesn't bother him. So they told me, let's pray Arvit. I said, we can't, we don't have minyan. Today I get a call. One person who goes to one of the synagogues here in Flatbush, I don't know which one, he didn't tell me the names. He said to me, I want to tell you a story. In the shul where I go to, there is, after the prayer, there is a shiur in the morning with the rabbi. One of the people there say, can you believe the nerve this rabbi had, that there were 10 Jews over there and he said there's no minyan because few of them were not Shomer Shabbat? So the rabbi told him, fantastic. I don't know, I want to find who's this rabbi. Usually it's very rare to find. He says, right. What did he say? This is the book. This is the law. It's written here. He started to show them. He's right. Wonderful. What, he become a politician because he wants to be nice in their eyes? This is the divine law. You're not Shomer Shabbat, you're not a Jew. You cannot be a part of the minyan. Finished. And if you don't know yet, when you die, you cannot be buried in a Jewish cemetery. You have to be buried outside, behind the fence or the wall, chas v'chalila. God forbid. We're not talking someone who makes sins here and there, not intentionally. Or even intentionally here and there, he broke it in a moment of I don't know what. We're talking routinely. And we also do not talk about someone who grew up like a goy and never knew anything from his life, who doesn't have any idea what Shabbat is. We also don't talk about him. That's called Tinok Shenishba. A baby that was captured to the goyim when he's a baby, how do you expect him to know about Shabbat?